Hello. Okay, bit of a different video from the norm. I'm going to be talking about a new cosplay. If you don't care about me talking about this, then skip to this timestamp. Otherwise, here we go. Okay, this is the cosplay that I'm going to be working on, a Daredevil cosplay. Now, I've actually wanted to do a Daredevil cosplay for ages. This helmet in particular has been printed out for probably over a year at this point, but I've just never got around to doing the full suits, like his batons, the full cosplay. I've never really got around to doing it. So I thought with the new series coming out, now would be a pretty good time. Now, I don't have any footage of me making this helmet because I made it ages ago, as I just said, but I do have some footage of me making these. These are the batons, his billy clubs that he uses, his weapons, and I've also made a holster which is just out of frame down here, but I'll show you that in a minute. Now, I'm waiting for the costume to arrive and hopefully that does soon, but in the meantime I'll show you how I made these. Okay, this is what it looked like before I painted anything. This is just grey PLA that this has been printed in. If I know I'm going to have to paint something, usually I just print it in grey PLA because I find that's a pretty good colour for paint to work on. And as you can see, it came in 3 pieces, and this middle connector piece allows it all to be joined together into one staff. However, from that you can see there's quite a bit of wobble in it, and that obviously needs some attention, but I decided to give it a quick paint job first. For the ends and the piece that connects them both, I used gunmetal silver spray paint, and for the rest of the billy clubs I used red primer. Now, I'm only using primer because I just found that the colour of it was really good and it worked really well with the look I wanted to go for. The only other red paint I had was really bright and glossy, and I didn't think that would quite look right, so I just went with red primer. Now, you can use whatever colour you want if you're making your own pair, that is totally up to you. These were just the colours that I found worked best and that I was most happy with. So, I got some masking tape and taped off the end after spray painting the end gunmetal silver, and then sprayed the rest of the baton. And this is basically the finished result minus the little end piece that connects them both together, but all I did for that was glue it in with some hard plastic glue. But so far I'm really loving the way the red and the silver looks. I think this looks so cool and I'm really happy with it so far. The next thing to do was create a holster for them, so I grabbed some 3mm EVA craft foam and got to work. I placed both billy clubs on a piece of 26 by 26 cm foam and measured roughly how much I thought I'd need just to cut out. It ended up being 26 up obviously, and then 8 cm across, so I went ahead and marked that out. Then I got my craft knife and my ruler, held the ruler where I wanted the line to go, and just dragged the knife straight down the foam. After I'd done that, I used the remaining piece of foam, turned it sideways, and cut out 12 cm across. This is going to be for the part that covers the billy clubs. I got some contact adhesive and then marked out with a pencil where I'd need to put it by putting one piece of foam against the other. Then I went up and down the sides of the piece I'd marked off with my pencil, and then down the very edge of the other piece that was going to be the cover. After waiting about 5 or 10 minutes, I came back and stuck it all together, trying to get the lines as neat as possible. After I'd made that, I put both batons in and then gave it a quick blast with my heat gun. After that was warm, I got this spare bit of pipe I had laying around and pressed into the middle. This is just to give the foam a little bit more definition and hold the batons a little more tightly. I then gave the entire thing a coat of red primer, the same colour I used on the batons and the helmet, and then started making a harness system so I could wear it all. I used these little clips, which I got like a bag of these for 50 off the internet for pretty cheap, and some elastic, and all I did for this was hot glue the ends of the clips into the elastic so I could then clip it together. This is going to be the part that goes around my leg and keeps it secure. I then made another single loop out of some remaining elastic I had and hot glued this right onto the back of the holster. This is going to be the bit that my belt goes through to hold it in place. And after all that was done, it was time for a test fit. So far I'm really loving the way the colours look personally. I think they look great. Hopefully they're going to look really good with the suit as well when I get to try that on. Hopefully this will be in the next video that I intend to show you, where I actually have the full suit and I can show you the batons, the helmet, basically everything that goes with it, and will hopefully be a near enough finished cosplay. But for now, thanks for watching.